Hi friend, welcome to day number 11 of Simply Manifesting 33 days to getting your heart's desire. If you would join me for 3 grounding breaths before we get going, if you would think about something that you're grateful for, one thing. Is it your car? Is it your lover? Is it your home? Is it your body? Is it your sense of humor? Think about one thing that you're grateful for, and when we breathe in through our nose, breathe that in gratitude, and as we exhale it in gratitude. I'm going to be grateful for my daughter Eve. All right, if you join me with your legs, your feet on the floor, your hands in your lap, and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, in through your nose and out through your mouth, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. I started with that little gratitude breathing because our subject today is the power of gratitude. And I was thinking about how powerful gratitude is. And you know, they have all these characters, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, all of these. I think they should have Gratitude Girl, because the power of gratitude and how it can transform your life, it can transform your moment. It can literally, my daughter Eve this morning had soccer practice, and normally I take her, but I had Dave take her because it was at 12 o'clock when I was doing this. And I was like, okay, Eve, you got to get dressed for soccer, and Dave, you're going to take her. And Dave's like, got a little triggered because he just wanted to watch CNN and do the dishes, which I didn't mind, but I needed him to take Eve. And then Eve fell on the floor because I wasn't taking her and said, I'm not going, I don't like it. And she was weeping, and my printer wouldn't work to print out today's thing. And so I was like, and Dave's like, Eve's not going. She said she won't go. And I was like, did you try treating her with kindness? Did you try like getting down on her level or picking her up? Or sometimes she just needs that. And he's like, look. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I was having all of this kind of energy, and then I walked into my bedroom and I thought about Eve, and I thought about how much I wanted her on this planet and how hard we worked to get her here with a surrogate, and then she was ill when she was in the womb, and all of these things about Evie that I thought, wow, we wanted this little crying bundle of resistance. We wanted her so much on this planet. Like, how can I show up right now and be there for her? And so I took a few breaths, and then I went back out, and it worked for a few minutes, and then I started yelling at her. But it did get me into the moment of gratitude. It did get me into calming my body, forgetting if my script's ready or my notes or whatever, and to be present in a moment with Evie. And when I walked back out and looked at her, my heart was filled with gratitude for her, as opposed to exasperation about what behavior she was showing me at that moment. So I'm happy to say she actually got in the car and went kicking, screaming, and crying. Wasn't that a Will Ferrell movie about soccer, kicking and screaming? That was Eve this morning. And after she left, I did some more gratitude about Evie. That who cares if she had a temper tantrum? She's a little kid and she didn't want to go. And why not throw a temper tantrum? Because sometimes I get you out of what you want to do. So anyway, it was really nice to give myself the gift of gratitude, regardless of how Eve was showing up. Last night, David and I had a really amazing night because we so rarely are just kind of together and still, especially if we're having family night or we're all home. Everyone wants a piece of us or in our space or interrupting us or all that kind of stuff. And last night we watched one of our screeners, because he's an actor and he gets the movies, you know, to look at for voting or whatever. And we watched the movie 3 Billboards Outside of Missouri. I might have made that up, but it's something like that. With the gal from Fargo, I can't remember her name. But anyway, it was Ross. Oh, you just look it up. Dang it, I can't remember titles and names and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it was unbelievable. Really heavy, really dark, but Dave and I just laid in bed and held hands and watched the whole movie without anyone interrupting us. And I said, honey, this is kind of miraculous. I can't remember the last time we got to have a movie night by ourselves in our own home. It was really amazing. And after it happened and I was holding his hand and he was putting on his snore machine, his breathing apparatus, I was just thinking that one day I won't be holding his hand. And one day, oh gosh, it makes me want to cry thinking about it right now, but I was really present and aware of how precious this moment was with him. And how the one thing we all have in common is that we are going to die, and how we don't talk about death very often. And I don't understand why, because it's as natural as being born, and we celebrate birth, and we, you know, that's such a like this, but we know that that flip side of that's coming. So anyway, I said to Dave last night in bed, I said, I'm so grateful we have this moment. I'm so grateful you're my husband. And I said, isn't it interesting that just in a flash, in one day, we won't be on this planet. Our time will be done here. And then the world just keeps carrying on and our kids kind of overcome it and keep moving forward. And I said, isn't that weird that one day we won't be on the planet? And Dave said, yeah, we'll be in a spaceship. And it made me start laughing so hard. It just made me start laughing, and I don't mean to attack anyone's beliefs or anything, but it just made me laugh that I was having this tender moment with my beloved in this really quiet space, and then he reminded me why I love him so much, because he's so damn funny and kind-hearted and all the other stuff as well, but I love the funny part about him. So I was in gratitude of that moment, and while I was in gratitude of being with this person that I love and realizing that it's a gift that I've experienced this kind of true love with him, that it doesn't last forever. And when I was in the kind of gratitude of the moment, instead of just holding his hand and watching the movie, but observing myself holding his hand, watching the movie, and observing how lucky this person is to be with that person for whatever is going on in our lives, if we're going up or down on a hard time or a good time, just that I have that person. And I got so off track with my whole love story with Dave in bed last night and him making me laugh. So anyway, gratitude it's a superpower, really. It really is. You know how I was talking earlier about making new neural pathways in our brain? Gratitude is one of the surest ways to do that. When you are in gratitude, not only does your energy level rise, and you know there's different ones like gossip and talking bad about people, and then it kind of goes up and up and up, and then up here is joy and abundance. Gratitude is in joy and abundance. So it is a superpower. It can transform your moment when you feel like shit, when you're upset about something. If you take a breath and you think, what am I in gratitude for? Immediately your body chemistry changes. Immediately the new neural pathways start to form. So allowing yourself, you know, we always start with the 3 breaths, but allowing yourself gratitude, making it part of your practice, making it just as normal as brushing your teeth. When your feet hit the floor, what are 3 things I'm in gratitude of today? In gratitude of the sun, gratitude of my fingernails that I just painted sparkles, in gratitude of my precious dog that gets in my face and jumps on me and gets in my space all the time when I feel frustrated. At the same time, I can be in gratitude of how precious that animal is. So it's allowing yourself the gift of gratitude and elevating yourself with grace and ease. It's magnificent. Eckhart Tolle says, if the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. That is how powerful being in gratitude is. And then I wrote a few other things I'm just going to glance at congratulations, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Everything that has happened to you up until this moment was all for your learning and growing. You are whole and worthy of abundance. We all are. And then I wrote this little thing to try, and I'd love it to try, and then we'll wrap up. Take a moment right now to raise how you feel. If you would join me and just close your eyes for a moment and just take a few breaths with your eyes closed. And I heard a meditation this morning. This fellow named Luis is doing these live meditations, and I did it this morning. And the fellow said to close your eyes. And he said, the reason we close your eyes is because all the work is within. And whatever you look at, we give attention to. So that kind of reaffirmed for me why we close our eyes when we want to meditate or we want to connect within, is because We're literally giving attention to within. And so the minute we open our eyeballs, we're without. So to come within, to close your eyeballs is such a beautiful thing. So if you close your eyes for a moment and just breathe and feel your breath go cool in through your nose, your body warms it up, and when it comes out, it's warm back out on the planet. Just feeling your breath and then being in gratitude. Thank you, body, for breathing me without me having to do a dang thing. You can be in gratitude for the air that you breathe. As you're breathing, you can sense the magnificence of your body, of your feet. If your feet are on the ground, just feel your feet and being gratitude to your feet for carrying you through this journey. Your feet get you everywhere you need to be and support you without asking anything of you, except that you wear nice shoes and get a foot massage from time to time. But just experience your body, be in gratitude for the air that we get to breathe, for the feet that carry you. So it's that simple. Just think of it that simple, right? Because as you are in gratitude for these teeny, magnificent things, but these things that come without thinking, then you start to look around and go, look at the awesome cushions on my couch. I'm in gratitude that they cushion my butt every time I sit. I'm in gratitude for that squirrel that comes all the time and reminds me of my dad. I'm in gratitude for this flower and this little candle and this sign that I just found in my backyard one day that I get to say, welcome friends, every day. There's so much to be grateful for. A sign that says, welcome friends. When you stop always wanting more and stand in gratitude for what you have, more of what you desire will arrive in your life. When we appreciate all that we have in life, especially the little things, our egos step out of the way, welcoming even greater abundance into our lives. Here's my quote for today. The more you practice gratitude, the better you will feel and the more abundant your life will be. Listen to that one more time. The more you practice gratitude, the better you will feel and the more abundant your life will be. That's kind of a win-win in magnificence. So I encourage you to practice gratitude. And I'm grateful right now for each one of you guys watching and for this one precious wild life we get to live. Dear God, thank you for doing such magnificent things that sometimes we don't think about, like our heart beating, the air that is available to us to breathe, that our bodies breathe itself just because it sustains life without us even having to try. Let us be in gratitude for every single thing that comes in front of us today so that we may feel our greatness and welcome the abundance that's waiting for us. Amen. All right, you guys, have an amazing day today. I'm grateful for you. I'll see you tomorrow on day 12.